You received a call from an inmate at the Department of Corrections. This call will be recorded and monitored.
Hi, hello, zombie. How are you? Oh, wow. Wow. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, prison is full of people that have different backgrounds, and it's not unusual to find people who discriminate or judge. I know. Well, we are fighting it. There's some a lot of different issues that are very similar to yours, and believe me, we're doing what we can to fix this instance. Okay. Well, hey, if you want to send me a letter, drop an email or something and explain to me the situation, that would definitely help. I hear a lot about the basic stuff. There's discrimination against blacks and discrimination against Jewish people or Asian Americans, anything like that, just the race. But your gender identification, that's something that has been going on a long time. It just hasn't been very publicized, and we need to let everybody know that there's no clear-cut description of all of this, because you're a white person that walking down the street should look normal and be accepted by everybody in the United States. That's the style of it all. Except you make a choice that you would rather be identified as a male, and suddenly you're this bad person. Even people that would accept you are turning against you, and then people who would not accept you are accepting you. It's a whole different world out there now, and I guess we just have to get used to it, that we're going to be different in many different ways. We just got to learn to live with that. Okay. So the entire LGBT community is receiving this kind of harassment and mistreatment. Some of the other folks, they're saying that you guys get special treatment. If you have a girlfriend in there and you want her in the room with you, that they'll take great measures to get you two in the room. Have you heard anything like that? Okay. What about special treatment for medical? Okay. Yeah, and I don't really talk to the prison staff, but the people that I do talk to, the other incarcerated people, they just have different opinions about it. Maybe they don't like you either. I don't know why they'd say that. Okay. And so, but a large part of it is the staff that's coming after you just because of your sexual orientation. Oh, you're 4'1"? Well, yeah. Well, it's just that
you have 60 seconds remaining.
We need to educate people. We need to get it out there. So write me this letter. Explain your situation. Tell people, don't divulge your privacy. You don't have to share all that stuff, but just let them know that you have feelings and that you're a human being. And just because of some minor differences, it doesn't make it right to treat you like that. Yeah, just write those things down and let's get it out there. Let's publicize this
You have
stuff.
30 seconds remaining.
Yeah, well, this has given me a lot to think about as well. And I'm going to talk to some of those other folks and ask if they can give me some specifics on who's been treated well. Okay, yeah, better not be your name on there. Okay, Take care of yourself. We're rooting for you. Okay, that was a new person to the podcast. This is a transgender male who goes by the nickname Zombie. Hasn't gone through any of the physical changes to become a male, but identifies as a male and would like to be referred to as he and him and accepted as a male. He's attracted to women, and his legal name is Jody Alexander. He's 21 years old. He's a little person. He's about 4 foot 1 inch tall. Receives some kind of I would say harassment for being that tall. And the fact that he likes goth, so dresses in black, black eyeliner, lipstick, hair, and listens to music that other people find kind of disturbing or not acceptable, likes vampires, werewolves, the occult, upside down crosses, anything that these people don't consider as acceptable to their lifestyle, they'll harass him over. Now, he was dating this woman who broke up with him. He didn't take that very well and started to threaten his ex and her new boyfriend. Told her that he would kill this boyfriend if he ever came across him. And of course that throws up red flags for the ex. And then one night he breaks into her house and, from what I understand, was attempting to kill her. So he's in prison for assault and attempted murder. He says he wasn't trying to kill her, but that's what they got him on. And so now he's in the woman's prison, and they're giving him a lot of they're giving him a hard time. And he doesn't... I would say he's a good, strong person, because all he has to do is just conform, just act like everybody else. And this harassment will stop, because it's really nothing that they could find wrong with him, except maybe his size. But this guy's got values. He believes in himself. He's not going to change his ways just to fit in. They're going to keep calling him names. He's going to listen to his music. They're going to keep harassing him about his style of dress, his taste in music and clothes and tattoos, and anything. But, even if they're all the same race, they're going to find some reason to dislike people. It's just human nature to do something like that. And I do hand it to him for being creative and sticking to his values. It's just that this small community in there does not deserve to be treated in that way. He feels that the staff are treating him wrong. He feels that the other cellmates and incarcerated people are treating him wrong. And he's even to the point where he wants to take it out on something. I don't think he's suicidal, but, you know, he might be turning inward and not want to socialize anymore. This is not good, you know. And I don't know. I know with a lot of the transgender females, they'll put them in females' prison. And so they're around people they are not technically attracted to, because they identify as a female and they're attracted to males. It's just in his case, he should be in the male prison, but probably it would be a little more a risk to him. So whatever reason the Department of Corrections had to put him in a female prison, I don't know. But I will say this: I talked to several different incarcerated people across different prisons, and you know, those who are, I mean, they could even be bisexual or lesbian or just gay, they will tend to say that some people are being treated better than others. And these females that I talked to believe that the LGBT community in the female prison gets a little more, gets better treatment than they do. And they're entitled to more benefits. And so I hear that they're being harassed, and then I hear that they're being pampered. So it just depends on the point of view, I guess. You know, if a transgender person goes to a counselor and says, I feel very uncomfortable out there in the general population, and I would like to be around people that are more accepting to me, whether that be other transgender people or other members of the LGBT community. And it could be that the counselor looks through the record and makes a reasonable decision to push for another cell or to be put in a different section of the prison, and that could appear that is favoritism. And of course, even with Zombie, privacy is a big concern, and we don't want to broadcast to everybody that this is a transgender male, or that this person is feeling suicidal tendencies or had a mental breakdown. That kind of stuff doesn't need to be broadcast. We just move the person to a more secure, safer, more accommodating place to help with the growth of the mind, so that they don't feel so sad and depressed and they don't feel suicidal. That's something I support. You know, if these people need to be treated in a different way, let's do it, because it's for their safety, and it could be for the safety of the other folks in there too. Another thing Zombie brought up in a past conversation is he was talking about people who have life in prison. He said, I don't see why people who are in here for life would even care. They've got nothing to lose. They could beat people up. They could kill people. They could disobey every rule in the book. And, you know, there are a lot of correctional officers out there who don't like interacting with people who are in for life because of that reason. What have they got to lose? And Zombie said he would do that. He said, if I was in here for life like some of these people, I wouldn't have a reason to suppress myself. I would go out and I would do things just to be doing them. And I don't know if that would make the person dangerous or not, or if the person should get special treatment for something like that. I know a lot of the lifers I talk to get respect from some of the other prisoners. So it's all a matter of perspective here. We can't change how people feel about themselves or other people. We can temporarily change the environment, maybe provide medication, provide counseling. There are things we can do to help with this little issue that's going on. It's just that we can't get rid of it. People are going to hate people no matter what. And some of the people in prison belong there, some don't. Some take advantage of it, some don't. It's because they're all individuals. And individuals need their special treatment. They need one-on-one care. You can't push a button and put a huge umbrella over the prison and expect everybody to be treated in the exact same way and it would work. It doesn't work that way. And if we want to keep people out of prison, we need to figure that out. And prison is where we can talk to them, where we can meet with them, where we can try different things. You know, if we move you into this different cell, if we teamed you up with this group of people, try to find out what works that helps the person feel comfortable about life and socialization and stuff. And so one of the things we push for out here is we want these one-on-one meetings and to understand the people and try to come up with an alternative instead of filling up the prisons with people we think will never ever be able to come back out into society and hang out with us. Zombie needs to be accepted for who he is. That's it. There's no other way to look at it. He has to be accepted for who he is and what he believes in. And those prison officials have no business mistreating him like that. How's that supposed to help him when he gets out? There is a future for people who are released, and that future can be a little more promising with the right support. Supportive relationships, I say that over and over again. We've got to do that. So remember, there's not just the black and white discrimination in there. There's lots of it. And that's not what we signed up for when we sent the people to prison. Not to get treated like that and then expect them to come out happy and healthy. You can't have it both ways. I'm Joel Wilborn. This is Inmate or AQS Inmate Call. Thanks for joining me. Go out and make a discussion. You know, start the revolution. Let's get rid of crime. Let's hit it at the source. Thank you for joining me. Go out, have a wonderful day, and make beautiful memories for tomorrow.